Have you ever thought that a simple snack, something as innocent as a handful of nuts, might be quietly damaging your body every single day? What if the very nuts you believed were helping your heart and muscles were actually doing the opposite? Weakening your legs, triggering inflammation, and accelerating aging? Today, we're pulling back the curtain. Some nuts can rob you of your strength, but others can be your secret weapon. You're about to discover which is which and how to protect your independence for years to come. Let's dive into the truth behind nuts, one of the most misunderstood foods in the American diet, and why it matters more than ever as we age. We're not just talking about diet tweaks or food fads. This is about something much deeper, preserving your ability to walk, move freely, and live without fear. At a time when every step matters, making the wrong choice in your pantry could mean the difference between enjoying your freedom and relying on a walker, cane, or even a wheelchair. So here's your guide from Senior Health Boost: 3 nuts you should avoid immediately and 3 that could actually save your strength. But first, do yourself a favor, hit the subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss out on critical senior-specific health tips that could change your life. And if you're finding this helpful already, drop a 1 in the comments. If not, feel free to hit 0. Your feedback helps shape the content we deliver at Senior Health Boost. Section 1. Never touch these 3 nuts after 60-1. Peanuts, the silent destroyer of strength. Let's start with one of the most common culprits: peanuts. They're everywhere, stuffed into snack bowls at family gatherings, hidden inside energy bars, packed in lunch boxes, and celebrated as heart healthy. But for older adults, they can pose serious invisible threats. Here's the first shocker: peanuts aren't actually nuts. They're legumes that grow underground, making them far more likely to harbor mold-based toxins known as aflatoxins. Why should you care? Because as we age, our bodies become less effective at filtering out toxins. What your system could easily handle at 30 may now cause liver damage, accelerate cellular aging, and silently chip away at your immunity. Over time, these effects can contribute to chronic fatigue, poor circulation, and increased vulnerability to illness. But that's just the beginning. Peanuts are loaded with omega-6 fatty acids, the type that fuels systemic inflammation. And for seniors, inflammation isn't just a buzzword. It's the root cause of joint pain, arterial stiffness, and muscle breakdown. That stiffness in your knees, the ache in your hips, the slow shuffle across the room, chronic inflammation could be to blame, and peanuts are feeding the fire. Even more alarming, if you're on blood thinners, which many seniors are, peanuts' natural vitamin K content can interfere with your medication, raising the risk of blood clots or even internal bleeding. That casual handful of peanuts might not seem like much, but for some it's a trigger waiting to happen. Think peanut butter is a safer option? Think again. Most store-bought peanut butters are loaded with hydrogenated oils, added sugars, and excess sodium. These ingredients raise blood pressure, damage arteries, and speed up cognitive decline. You think you're making a healthy choice, but in reality, each spoonful could be slowly compromising your circulation, energy, and brain health. And here's the worst part: the damage isn't isolated. Peanuts don't just hurt your heart, they can weaken your legs, increase your fall risk, impair your immune function, and shorten your lifespan. All from a snack that seems perfectly harmless. The result? Missed family gatherings, preventable hospital visits, and, most heartbreaking of all, a slow, quiet loss of independence. But peanuts aren't the only nut in your pantry that may be silently undermining your health. Up next, a rich, creamy favorite that's celebrated for its taste, but could be stealing calcium from your bones and quietly increasing your risk of fractures and frailty. Let's take a closer look at nut 2 right after this. Before we dive into the next threat, let's quickly recap what we've learned. Peanuts, while popular, can be a dangerous trap for older Adults, silently triggering inflammation, weakening legs, and increasing heart risks. Now brace yourself because the next nut on our list is even more deceptive. Let's talk about cashews, the so-called healthy snack that could actually be robbing your bones of their strength slowly but steadily. It may sound dramatic, but stay with me. At first glance, cashews seem like the perfect snack. They're rich, creamy, and satisfying. They have a luxurious taste and texture that feels like a treat. And because they're marketed as heart-healthy, low sugar, and full of healthy fats, many older adults assume cashews are a safe, even smart addition to their diet. But here's the thing. Under that buttery, smooth shell lies a hidden threat that most seniors never see coming. You see, one of the most dangerous health risks for seniors, especially those over 60, is bone loss. As we age, our bones naturally become thinner and more fragile. That's no surprise. But what is surprising is that cashews, a common snack, can actually accelerate that process. Cashews contain high levels of a compound called oxalates. These naturally occurring substances bind to calcium in your digestive system, essentially locking it up and preventing your body from absorbing it. And we're not talking about a small effect. Over time, this calcium-blocking action can rob your skeleton of one of its most essential nutrients. Every bite chips away at your defenses. Wrists get weaker. Hips become brittle. Legs start to feel less stable. It's like pouring water into a bucket with a hole at the bottom. No matter how much calcium you take in, your body can't use it. Effectively, if oxalates are sweeping it away. But unfortunately, the damage doesn't stop with your bones. Cashews are also unusually high in carbohydrates for a nut. That means they can trigger sudden spikes in blood sugar, which is a serious issue, especially for seniors already dealing with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. These sharp glucose surges don't just affect your energy levels, they quietly damage the tiny blood vessels in your legs and feet. Over time, this damage can lead to numbness, muscle weakness, delayed wound healing, or even worse, amputation in severe cases. Think about that. A handful of cashews, eaten regularly, could slowly push someone from stable mobility to a wheelchair, all because of a snack they thought was helping them. And if that wasn't bad enough, here's something else you should know. Cashews increase your risk of kidney stones. That same oxalate compound that steals calcium, it also crystallizes in the kidneys. The result? Painful, sharp, rock-like stones that can clog your urinary tract, inflame your kidneys, and lead to repeated hospital visits. And remember, seniors often experience lower kidney function as part of natural aging. So something that might be manageable in your 30s or 40s becomes far more dangerous at 60 or 70. Even the shape and texture of cashews can pose a problem. Their smooth, slick surface makes them a choking hazard, especially for seniors with reduced saliva production or weaker jaw strength. It sounds silly until it happens. And believe me, ER doctors see it all the time. So let's recap. Cashews bind to calcium and weaken your bones, spike your blood sugar and damage your nerves, increase your risk of kidney stones, pose a choking hazard for older adults. Does that still sound like a safe snack? It's unsettling, isn't it? A food that seems so innocent, even healthy, can slowly strip away the very things we work so hard to preserve in our golden years: strength, independence, and confidence. But we're not done yet, because there's one more nut that needs to be called out. A nut that looks harmless, even elegant, but can silently interfere with your medications and threaten both your brain and body in ways that are rarely talked about. It's small, it's sophisticated, and it might be lurking in your pesto right now. Let's talk about pine nuts, the hidden disruptor of the brain and legs, picking up from where we left off after revealing the unexpected dangers of pine. Nuts, it's time to take a deep breath and pivot. Not every nut is a hidden hazard. Some are surprisingly powerful allies waiting quietly in your pantry, ready to support your strength, sharpen your mind, and keep your bones sturdy well into your 80s and beyond. Let's now shift gears and enter the second section of this journey. We'll uncover 3 nutrient-dense superstars you should embrace, not fear. Let's begin with the first one, almonds. Almonds, the unsung hero for bones and muscles. In a world full of anti-aging gimmicks and miracle pills, almonds stand apart, not with noise or hype, but with quiet, dependable power. For older adults striving to stay strong, energetic, and mobile, almonds offer more than just a crunchy snack. They offer protection, energy, and resilience packed in every bite. As we age, our bones naturally become thinner and more fragile. By the time we reach our 60s and 70s, osteoporosis becomes more than just a medical term. It becomes a real threat. One slip on the bathroom floor or a sudden misstep can lead to a broken hip or wrist, sometimes setting off a chain of health challenges that chip away at independence. But almonds, believe it or not, hold a key to fighting back. Rich in both calcium and magnesium, almonds provide the dynamic duo your body needs to maintain bone strength and density. Calcium acts like the bricks of your skeleton, while magnesium serves as the master mason, ensuring calcium is absorbed efficiently and transported exactly where it's needed. This keeps bones strong and stable, not clogged in arteries or left floating uselessly in your bloodstream. But the magic doesn't stop at your skeleton. Fuel for muscle and mobility. The muscles that move your bones and allow you to lift, walk, and stay active rely heavily on protein and healthy fats to thrive. Almonds deliver both. With a strong dose of plant-based protein and heart-healthy monounsaturated fats, almonds help your body maintain lean muscle mass, even as natural muscle-building hormones begin to decline with age. This means more strength to get out of bed in the morning, more stability to climb stairs, more endurance to garden, dance, or pick up your grandchild without strain or fear. And here's something many overlook: digestion. Aging bodies often struggle with regularity, which can cause bloating, fatigue, and even poor nutrient absorption. Fortunately, almonds are also rich in fiber, which helps regulate your digestive system and keeps things running smoothly so you feel lighter, more energetic, and ready to move. A heart-healthy snack. We can't talk about aging without talking about the heart. Every beat, every breath, every movement depends on a strong cardiovascular system. And here again, almonds shine. Their healthy fats work like tiny repairmen, lowering your LDL cholesterol, the bad kind, and supporting the flexibility of your arteries. This reduces strain on your heart and keeps your circulation flowing freely. A healthier heart means more oxygen to your muscles, more stamina, and more freedom. But almonds aren't just supporting your body, they're also quietly defending your brain. The mind matters too. Within the brown skin of each almond lies a powerful dose of antioxidants, compounds that combat oxidative stress, which contributes to age-related cognitive decline. These antioxidants, including vitamin E, protect your neurons, preserve memory, stabilize mood, and may even reduce the risk of diseases like Alzheimer's. You may not feel it happening, but every handful of almonds you eat is helping you think faster, remember more, and stay mentally sharp. In short, almonds are your ally. They strengthen your skeleton, energize your muscles, nourish your heart, and protect your brain. And here's the best part. Unlike a pill bottle or a rigid diet plan, almonds are simple, delicious, and easy to incorporate. Sprinkle them over oatmeal, mix them into yogurt, toss them into a salad, or enjoy a small handful as a snack. It's one of the easiest daily habits you can form, and one that can truly transform the way you age. Now that we've unwrapped the full benefits of almonds, are you ready for what's next? Because the second nut we'll explore might just surprise you. It's smaller, softer, and often overlooked. But what it does for your heart, joints, and even your mood is nothing short of remarkable. Let's dive into it on the next page. If almonds give you strength and walnuts sharpen your mind, then what's next could be the heart of the story, literally. Because now we're stepping into a world where bright color hides bold power. A nut so small, yet so mighty, it could transform how your heart beats, how your legs move, and even how clearly you see the world around you. Let's talk about number 3. Pistachios, the beating heart of mobility. With their vibrant green hue and delicate blush of purple, pistachios are often seen as a gourmet treat, a touch of elegance tossed over salads or cracked open while chatting with friends. But behind that cheerful shell lies a treasure trove of nutrients designed by nature to support some of the most vital functions in aging bodies. As we get older, something changes, not all at once, but gradually, silently. Our blood vessels grow stiffer. Blood pressure begins to climb. Our steps feel a little heavier, a little less sure. This creeping process doesn't always announce itself, but it shows up in the way we get winded walking upstairs or feel our legs drag just a little more after a long day. That's where pistachios come in. They may look like just another snack in the bowl, but they're actually rich in potassium, one of the most critical nutrients for controlling blood pressure. Potassium works to gently balance out the harmful effects of sodium, allowing your arteries to relax, your blood to flow freely, and your heart to beat with a steady, youthful rhythm. Think of it like oiling a creaky hinge. When potassium levels are high and sodium is kept in check, the cardiovascular system functions smoothly. Pistachios deliver this benefit without needing added salt, sugar, or oil. In fact, studies have shown that a small handful of pistachios each day can contribute to significant improvements in both systolic and diastolic blood pressure in seniors. But that's just the beginning. Pistachios are also rich in L-arginine, a compound that helps produce nitric oxide, a substance your body uses to relax blood vessels and enhance circulation. Better circulation means more oxygen reaches your muscles, especially your legs. The result? Reduced cramping, faster recovery after walking or exercising, less fatigue, more freedom. For older adults struggling with peripheral artery disease or general leg weakness, this can be the difference between needing a walker or walking on your own. Now, here's a fascinating twist. Pistachios are also loaded with eye-protecting compounds like lutein and zeaxanthin, nutrients most often associated with leafy greens, not snacks. These antioxidants accumulate in the retina and help filter harmful blue light, shielding your eyes from age-related macular degeneration. Imagine being able to read your favorite book without squinting, watch your grandchildren play without blurry edges, drive in the late afternoon without struggling against glare. That's the kind of everyday power pistachios quietly support, preserving your independence not just through your legs, but through your vision. And there's one more surprising element: protein. Yes, pistachios contain all 9 essential amino acids, making them a complete plant-based protein source. That's rare among nuts. For seniors aiming to maintain muscle mass without overloading on meat, this makes pistachios an especially smart choice. It means that every time you snack on these vibrant little gems, you're not just satisfying a craving, you're feeding your muscles, supporting your balance, and boosting your energy. Now, let's talk practicality. How many pistachios should you eat? A moderate serving, about 1 ounce or 49 nuts, is enough to deliver all of these benefits without going overboard on calories. And here's the beauty: the shells actually help you eat more mindfully. That tiny moment it takes to crack them open gives your body time to register fullness, which helps prevent overeating. Worried about salt? Just choose unsalted or lightly salted varieties. Want to get creative? Sprinkle them over Greek yogurt with a few berries. Toss them into a salad with spinach and olive oil. Or simply keep a small bowl on the counter as a satisfying, heart-friendly snack that feels indulgent but is actually protective. Of course, nothing is perfect. If you have a nut allergy, or if you're on a very low potassium diet prescribed by your doctor, pistachios may not be the right choice. But for most older adults, they represent a nearly perfect blend of protein, fiber, healthy fats, and antioxidants. So, to recap, pistachios help lower blood pressure, they support strong circulation, they feed your muscles, protect your vision, and deliver complete plant-based protein. All in one small, beautiful shell. That's the magic of pistachios, the unsung hero of healthy aging. But here's the big picture. We've now uncovered 3 nuts that have the power to rewrite how your body and brain age. Almonds for strength and stamina, walnuts for cognition and coordination, pistachios for circulation and clarity. And yet, the most powerful part of all this isn't just what these foods do for your body. It's what they represent. Each handful is a choice, a small daily decision to prioritize vitality over decline, to choose energy over exhaustion, to stand tall instead of shrinking into the sidelines. These aren't just snacks. They're signals. Signals to your body that you're ready to support it, signals to your mind that you're still in charge, signals to your loved ones that you're showing up, not just today but for the years ahead. And what's next? Well, now that you know which 3 nuts to avoid and which 3 to embrace, it's time to bring it all together. Because what you eat is just the beginning. When you pair the right foods with the right habits, you create a life that's not just longer, but better in every way. Are you ready to discover the everyday routine that ties it all together? Stay with us, because in the next section, we'll reveal how to use these insights to create a daily rhythm that strengthens your legs, sharpens your mind, and supports your independence, all in just a few simple steps. And if you found value in what we've shared so far, don't keep it to yourself. Click that like button, share this video with a friend who needs to hear it, and subscribe to Senior Health Boost for more expert-backed advice that helps you live stronger, longer, and better. Let's move forward, one smart choice at a time. While many foods make health claims, yet quietly work against you, pistachios stand apart. They do more than protect your heart. They protect the gateway to your independence, your vision. The eyes don't just help us see, they guide every step, every decision, and every joyful moment in life. And pistachios, with their rich stores of lutein and zeaxanthin, deliver powerful protection for the macula, the small but vital area of the retina responsible for sharp central vision. This protection becomes increasingly critical with age, as macular degeneration quietly rises to become the leading cause of vision loss among seniors. When you lose that central focus, it's not just reading or driving that becomes difficult. It's recognizing loved ones' faces, navigating stairs confidently, or enjoying your hobbies. Clear vision, often taken for granted, is the very foundation of a fully lived life. But pistachios aren't just good for the inside. On the outside, they offer a subtle but important physical advantage. Their crunchy texture, which requires just the right amount of effort to chew, helps maintain oral strength, an often overlooked component of senior health. And in a world of fast meals and distracted snacking, pistachios promote mindfulness. The simple tactile act of cracking each shell encourages you to slow down, savor your food, and stay in control of your portions. That hand-eye coordination, small though it may seem, is actually a mini exercise in motor function, helping to maintain dexterity in the hands and fingers. Think about how many everyday tasks, tying shoes, writing, cooking, rely on that same coordination. Yes, even something as humble as a pistachio shell can play a role in preserving your independence. There is also something joyful about pistachios. Their vibrant colors, playful shapes, and satisfying snap feel like a celebration, reminding us that taking care of our health doesn't have to be dull or restrictive. It can be bright, flavorful, and full of small, daily pleasures. Pistachios become more than food. They're a moment of brightness, a habit of hope, a little victory on your path toward vitality. But as potent as pistachios are, there's one, more exotic nut, less common but incredibly powerful, that holds a secret connected not just to aging slower, but to rebuilding strength and restoring vitality at the cellular level. And it's coming up next, but before we reveal it, take a step back and reflect. What does it truly mean to age well? Is it about preventing disease, avoiding falls, staying sharp? Sure. But at its heart, it's about one thing: choice, the choices you make today determine the strength of your body tomorrow. At first glance, deciding which nuts to snack on might seem like a small decision. But for older adults, those in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, these choices can have a profound ripple effect across your health. They are the invisible threads that weave together strength, clarity, movement, and longevity. One type of nut might be quietly robbing you, stealing calcium, spiking blood sugar, or interfering with medications. Another might be fighting alongside you, defending your muscles, brightening your mind, and protecting your heart. That's the message at the core of this video. Despite their popularity, peanuts, cashews, and pine nuts come with hidden dangers that can build over time. They're not just harmless snacks. In many cases, they may be contributing to weakened bones, impaired blood flow, kidney strain, and reduced balance. They may even be interfering with medications you rely on every day to maintain stability and well-being. Every handful could be silently chipping away at the very foundation of health you've worked hard to build over a lifetime. But this isn't about fear. It's about empowerment, because almonds, walnuts, and pistachios, these are your guardians. They're small, natural protectors with a big impact. They support your bones, strengthen your muscles, sharpen your brain, steady your steps, fuel your heart, protect your eyes, and they remind us of something far more important than nutrition. They remind us that resilience is real and vitality is still within reach, no matter your age. You are never too old to make a powerful change. You are never too late to reclaim strength, balance, memory, or independence. Every time you reach for a nourishing food instead of a harmful one, every time you make a choice that supports your well-being, you are building a healthier tomorrow. And that future? It's not just about living longer. It's about living better. It's about the freedom to walk unassisted, to dance at your granddaughter's wedding, to garden, to travel, to laugh without hesitation, to be fully present, not just in body, but in mind and spirit, for the moments that matter most. So, where do you begin? Right here, with knowledge, with awareness, with a few simple but powerful changes. Swap out peanuts, cashews, and pine nuts, and replace them with almonds, walnuts, and pistachios. Let each bite become an act of self-care, self-respect, and a signal to your body that you are still investing in your strength, because you deserve to feel strong, steady, and clear, not by chance, but because you chose to. At Senior Health Boost, our mission is to help you do just that. We're here to support you with research-backed insights, practical habits, and small steps that lead to lasting results. And now, we want to hear from you. Take a moment and share one thing you've learned today that you're ready to apply in your life. Leave a comment below. We read every single one, and if this message resonated with you, even just a little, show your support by hitting that like button. It tells us you want more content like this, and it helps us reach others just like you who are looking for strength, clarity, and real-life solutions. Subscribe to Senior Health Boost so you never miss a tip that could improve the quality of your life. We have so much more to share with you, from foods that protect your brain, to simple routines that rebuild your legs, to habits that keep your heart beating strong well into your golden years. Because aging doesn't have to mean decline. With the right information and small daily choices, you can age with power, grace, and confidence. Thank you for spending this time with us. We hope you'll keep walking forward, one strong step at a time. Until next time, stay curious, stay strong, and stay well. And remember, the best is still to come from all of us at Senior Health Boost.